to me playing some more automation to BeamNG Drive. Today we are building the new Tegorona, which is going to be a cheap, affordable family car, or rather in this case a two-door family car to make it more cheap and more affordable. And Tegorona, Japanese. This is actually named as a JD, so I'm gonna assume that means something with Japanese because this one has EU and this one is JD, so I'm gonna assume it's Japanese or something. If it's not, well, I still think that it fits. And yeah, no, this is gonna be again, cheap and affordable family car for the masses, essentially. Which means steel, ladder, more steel, front transfers, and then I had this on the original. There's gonna be a jump cut here, and we're gonna see if I'm gonna stick with that. Alright, so I've decided for a torsion beam in the rear because it's cheaper. Yeah, it's just cheaper in a way of, cheaper than a Solexer coil in the way of production units. But it has a bit more engineering time, but and so trading element just doesn't make sense. I don't know why I did it back then, but it doesn't make sense. Anyways, let's continue to the engine. And for the engine, I have decided to just do an inline 4, as always. Aluminium, last time I had this, and more cast iron. So direct acting over the cam, because, again, it's cheap. Sure, a push rod would be even cheaper. But, I don't know, the last one already had direct acting, and I don't want to give this thing a push rod. I hate push rod. Like, I don't know why, I just hate it. It has a cool look, with the bulge here. I don't know, it just doesn't fit in my opinion. So it's a direct acting over cam. There you go. And I'm gonna design the engine and then show it off to you as always. Alright, and here we are with the finished engine. Still inline 4, cast iron, direct acting over cam, 2 valves, head material cast iron as well. The capacity is now a 76.4mm bore and a 109.1mm stroke, giving us roughly 2 liters. So it's very much a low revving engine in that way. I have put heavy duty forged and a balance shaft, as well as a very heavy balancing mass on it to help with smoothness and stuff, and also to just make sure that the engine doesn't break, because, well, if I didn't have that, well, actually now I can do it without issue. It does it does help the throttle response. Reliability goes up, smoothness. Well, no, reliability, smoothness, and loudness went down now. But throttle response is great, and it weighs less now. Anyways, 8.5 to 1 compression. There's a bunch of new graphs to look at. So just power and torque with your friction. And we have a timing map. Essentially, this is where I'm losing power because of unutilized octane. So, at low throttle, then more problems, still losing, but, not as badly. And then in this area, it's better. Right there. And in this area we're actually doing fairly well. So just in this area of roughly 60% throttle, which I guess makes sense. And then the further we go, then we have issues with retarded timing. Anyways, and then there's also the field efficiency map, which is, how efficient is the and for that you gotta give a bunch of throttle. But yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff to set up, and I still have to get used to it. Flow is a thing now. The overall fuel map, which I have no idea what that means, so I was just using this to tune. But it also now shows like now it idles at a lot more than earlier, because the heavier the counterweight, the lower it can idle. Whatever. You know, carburetor size of thing. You know, they have with carburetor flow. But it is bad for the fuel efficiency. Like, I can make it more efficient like this. I can add it roughly here. But let's just put it here, for example. Or rather, as I'm going to do, I have it run very lean, just to have with that engine efficiency, because you know it's supposed to be cheap and affordable, so you don't want to spend too much on fuel. It does use leaded fuel because we're in the 60s. Cast low headers, because the other ones don't work. Or, well, they work, but this is the best for the engine, okay? Header size, again, just to have without flow. And the exhaust size. Should be all well and good. Maybe. And here's how it sounds. Yeah. Then let's move on to the car. See, I could use this, but that looks weird, in my opinion. So I'm gonna use the. I'm actually gonna use this one because this looks, I don't know, like a mini. So let's use this. Then I'm gonna once again design the car, or not design, but like build the entire car, and then show that off again as always. Alright, and here we are with the car built. I have given it front wheel drive, a 4-gear manual gearbox, and I've set the top speed and spacing extremely high, giving it an entire gear of overdrive. The reason for that is fuel efficiency. As you can see here, I made sure that even at high speeds, it would be extremely efficient. And that's why I have it set up like this. It has cross plies, because I decided those would make the most sense, because they're cheap. Let's see, brakes, discs, or drum brakes, because they're cheap. A lot of things is just because they're cheap. No under tray. Basic interior and basic AM radio. 2 and 3 seats, or 5 seats overall. No power steering. 50s safety. Again, cheap. And a very cheap setup here too. So yeah, there you go. I and build a car. So now, as always, I'm going to design the car and then show that off to you. Alright, and here we are with the finished design. I tried my best to make it look close enough to the old one, which means the front is almost exactly copied. Except I didn't know which wheel I used, so I used this one, but it fits. We actually have the hood ornament. It's a fish. Because koi fish, Japan. What else? Oh right, I don't particularly like this body, but I did the best I could with it. This is now the Tigorona Kaio. I think that's how I pronounce it, and Kaio is what Google Translate gave me when I typed in ocean in Japanese. So there you go. And the Tigorona logo. It's just a T and an E because Tigorona. Yeah, but it looks kind of cool, so you know. And yeah, no, other than that, I'm not entirely happy about the rear lights, but I honestly couldn't be bothered to put more effort into it. And yeah, no, there we go. Oh, and the dumb exhaust out the back in the middle, because why not? Right, let's export this to BeamNG Drive, and then I will see you there. Right, and here we are in BeamNG Drive. It is, there's like multiple weeks between this part of the episode and the last part. Mostly because school and writing job applications, and yesterday I upgraded my PC, so I can now put the graphics at ultra because I got myself a 3070 to replace my old 1660. Yeah, no, that was a good buy. I'm very happy with it. And I also upgraded from 16GB of RAM to 32GB of RAM, which is also probably the best money I ever spent on this PC, because it makes a giant difference in some memory intensive games. Now, let's get back to the subject at hand, which is the old Tigorona and the new Tigorona. On the right the old, on the left the new, as always. The first thing you will notice is the size difference. The old one is really big compared to the new one, but you can still tell that it's a Tigorona due to the grille, the lights, the turn signals with grille, or with vents, and obviously the koi fish as the emblem, and then the rear is also somewhat similar with the long lights. Then let's drive the old one first. Let's start it up and let's see. Now this thing is rear-wheel drive with a 4-cylinder engine. I don't actually know how much power it makes, but certainly less than the new one. And yeah, it's slight but slightly due to the rear-wheel drive on a, well, it's not a long wheelbase, but it's long-ish. Well, honestly, no, it's actually kind of a short wheelbase. Oh, there we go. Yep. Still quite controllable. No big issues with the car. There we go. And top speed wise, it's okay. Or rather, acceleration to top speed wise, it's fairly okay. Yeah, there we go, that's the old one. Now, let's take a look at the new Tegona, the Kayo. Well, this thing has a transverse 4-cylinder, if I remember correctly, and it's front-wheel drive. Though I have to say the suspension feels a bit stiff, especially on the rear. The front one is fairly soft, but the rear suspension is quite stiff, which is weird. Certainly has more power. Yeah, it's still, you know, it looks Tegona and still an affordable hatchback, which is the entire point. Then let's head over to the gravel circuit to see how it does there. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Just as planned. Let's go. Obviously, once again, not a car meant for this kind of circuit, but I'd take the gravel circuit anyway, just because I kind of enjoy seeing how the cars do and deal with it. But yes, there's suspension-wise, the front is quite soft and the rear is quite stiff as it seems, which is weird. Or maybe it just feels like that because there's more weight on the front due to the engine. So yeah, I guess they're both equally stiff, but the front feels softer due to the engine weight, which means the front would need to be more stiff slightly, and the rear slightly less stiff. But oh god, that's just my opinion right now. Not entirely sure. Still seems to be dealing with bumps and stuff fairly well. Oh. There we go. Let's head over to the off-road circuit. I guess trial, more or less. I mean, it's kind of a circuit, but it feels more like trial. Tactical handbrake. Then let's test out the embankment. Good enough. More tactical handbrake. And more tactical handbrake. Anyways, let's do the little tiny jump. And then let's see if the car can deal with this. Yes, it can. Kind of. The down hill on the other side definitely we definitely hit the ground there. We bottomed out, but I mean, what do you expect? Then let's head over to the handling circuit, where I'm hoping this thing does fairly well due to being a small hatchback. Yeah, we definitely hit the ground a few times there. Let's go. Let's do the handling circuit. So far so good. It feels fairly agile. Well, and as I said that, I leave the circuit, of course. But it doesn't feel bad. It certainly understeers quite a lot, but that's to be expected of a front-wheel drive vehicle. Okay, that was too fast in that corner. Oh, and that's the dirt I'm driving on. There we go. Not bad. Then let's head to the main circuit, which I'm already doing. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet right now. Anyways, heading to the main circuit, doing one quick lap, and then starting the time trial here to get us a good time with this vehicle. Right, let's see how fast we can go here. That's pretty good. But we do have to be downhill for that to work. Because I set the 4th gear up to be an overdrive gear, didn't I? To give us better fuel economy. That seems to be an issue with the differential, probably. Or not an issue, but that is because of the differential. Or the not existing differential, because it's open. Oh, okay, there is a differential, but you know, it's an open differential. There we go. Talking bullshit again, aren't I? Yes, I am. Point is, that is because of the open differential. And there's nothing I can do about that other than waiting for the next season, where hopefully we'll have access to better differentials. And with season I mean, you know, the 1970s then, for next season. But still a bit to learn. We still have to build a few more cars, and obviously do all the parts of the Olympic Games, or the AutoGames, because I can't call it the Olympics apparently. Anyways, let's just do the time trial and see how fast this car can go. One 39,292. I don't think it's gonna get better than that. So, yeah, I'm just gonna write that down. This is still gonna put it in 7th place between the piston and the red star, being about a second slower than the piston, but well, a bit under a minute faster than the red star, as always, because the red star is just really slow. But yeah, that was the Toyota Cayo, which I really enjoyed. I'm quite proud of myself with this car. You know, it really fits the idea of a small Japanese hatchback that's supposed to be affordable and for the masses, which this one certainly looks like and certainly is. Which also means that yes, of course, it's going to be one of those slower cars here, but That doesn't really what matters. It's supposed to be a commuter car. It doesn't have to be fast, it just needs to be something you can drive every day. I'm just certain it's something you can drive every day. So yeah. I'm glad I finally got this episode recorded after procrastinating on it for about a month. Yeah. So that was the thing on Nakayo, and I will see you all next time. See ya!